Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Friday, all right? Today is Friday, April the 10th, okay? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Angel number 1010 could also be very significant for some of you guys that resonate with this message or just today in general, all right, guys? So it is Friday, all right, guys? Happy Friyay, Freedom Friday, Fabulous Friday, whatever you want to call it. And I haven't done a tarot reading maybe in a day or so, so let's see what messages do, decide to come out for today. I just wanted to give the tarot readings a break because I felt like the messages were starting to become really repetitive and I feel like you guys were, getting the point. So sometimes it's good to do that, give it a break and then, get back into it. So let's see what you guys might need to know for today, all right? The time right now is 2:01 p.m. You guys know usually I get up really early and I post my readings at this time so that you guys can get it. But like I said, I've been fighting some food poisoning that I had dealt with a couple days ago. So I am feeling a little bit better, but I didn't want to overdo it, because readings do take a lot of energy. So let's see what I can, give to you guys for today, all right? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday, a wonderful day. Okay, I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful weekend as well. Okay, for anybody who is, whether you're going out or not, just, being able to enjoy your time off, right? Even though it's 2 days, just still finding the happiness and little things and joys in life, right? Life is already lifing, so why make it more stressful than it needs to be? You know what I mean, guys? So let's see. So Spirit, Universe, Guides, whoever the collective is resonating with at this time or seeks guidance, what do they need to know at this time, please? All right, guys, so we have here, okay, when it comes to Five of Swords, now this could be reconciliation because it did show up upside down, okay? Now, there's something about reconciliations, and also when it comes to you choosing your battles wisely, Venus in Aquarius could be very significant. You may have your Venus in Aquarius, but even if that's not the case, there's something about you choosing your battles wisely, okay? Now, this could be about maybe what you do, like what you create. Now, this could be self-expression, this could be joy, drama, etc. But when it comes to arguments, disputes, and things of that matter, you are staying away from conflict. You are trying to stay away from conflict, especially with, most of the transits that we're seeing right now, a lot of them are in Aries, right? And again, Aries talks about God of War. Okay, Aries talks about, basically fighting, war, okay, being very, direct, okay, being very blunt, okay? And some of you guys may have this feeling where there are situations where you feel like you want to speak up, you want to say certain things, but right now you feel like, I'm just going to keep shut. Okay, there may be moments where you may be, unfortunately, you may, cuss somebody out, but there is this feeling of balance where you guys kind of know when to choose your battles wisely. So it's almost like if nobody's basically confronting you, right? Or if nobody's basically doing anything to you, you're just going to keep quiet, right? It's almost like being able to speak when spoken to. So choosing your battles wisely is very significant with the 5th house. Again, this is about creativity, okay? Maybe what you guys are trying to build when it comes to stability. And then we also have 10 of Cups energy as well, okay? So you are being grateful, okay, for when it comes to love and joy in your life. Now, this card could also talk about, domestic conflict, okay, and also isolation. Now, for some of you guys, when it comes to the, 10 of Cups energy, you could have this energy of being emotionally stable when you guys are by yourself, or when it comes to like building your own family or just building your own, okay? Now, people in your energy, especially with Mars and Pisces, there's something about taking action when it comes to your intuition and also when it comes to that inner knowing that you have inside of you. Okay, Mars talks about taking action, especially with Aries and also Scorpio placements. That is also significant. So there's something about intuitive knowing, right? When it comes to Pisces, maybe your dreams or visions or something about you seeing something with your third eye could be very significant with the number 10, right? This is also about success, right? 10th house talks about success. It talks about long-term goals, what you're trying to build, right? Even when it comes to your status. So even when it comes to that, it's like maybe you could be dealing with people around your energy where you are not somebody who cares about status. Like, you don't care if you're the president, the CEO, the janitor, okay, the teacher, whatever, right? How you treat people is how you treat people, right? Doesn't matter what race they are, doesn't matter what culture they are. It's just how you treat people is the way that you want to be treated, and that's very significant as well. So there is something about you guys moving away when it comes to you being grateful, you know, being more grateful about life, not taking things for granted as well. Now, for some of you, this could be family as well. Maybe you guys walked away from family, or if you have your own family, you guys are building that. But there's also this energy too where you guys could feel whole within yourself, okay? Yeah, even when it comes to feeling trapped, right? Like, you could have felt like, you know, you were in a situation where maybe you were trapped. Okay, you guys are breaking free from limiting beliefs. Now, this could be limiting beliefs when it comes to family, friends, you know, people around you with the 8th house. This is death and transformations. You guys are moving forward, okay? This could be also talking about, you know, intimacy with other people. Some of you guys could have had certain situations, especially when it comes to like inheritance, right? Inheritance doesn't have to necessarily mean just money. Inheritance could be anything, okay? You could be inheriting something from your family that is a pattern, and you are the one that's breaking that pattern. You guys are releasing when it comes to being free. Jupiter talks about what you want when it comes to expansion and prosperity. I mean, it's not the only thing as well. Abundance as well is included, but when it comes to Gemini energy, there's something about communication and adaptability, and also when it comes to the mind, okay? There's something about you being able to be free because your mind is not limited. Even if you do not have Gemini placements, there's something about you being able to, you know, connect on a different level when it comes to dealing with people. And also when it comes to death and transformations, there's something about you guys being, basically, if you are the black sheep, that's significant. If it's not being about the black sheep, it's about basically breaking generational traumas and, you know, curses, and basically course correcting when it comes to dealing with family matters, whether this is family, friends, or people that you know. Rewiring and unwiring what you've been taught or what you've learned is also significant. So yeah, you know, take what resonates with that. Even when it comes to like the energy too, because we're talking about air and water energy, there's something about minutes to hours that could be significant. And also when it comes to days, okay, so there's something about maybe 10 days could be very significant. If not 10 days, there's something about also when it comes to minutes to hours, okay, so 5 to 8 minutes or even 5 to 8 hours could be very significant. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Hours and minutes could resonate for some of you guys. Even angel number 555, 888, and 1010 could be very significant. But you guys are basically moving forward when it comes to not feeling trapped, or, you know, people making you feel like you're trapped because they have a different energy than you. And maybe you look at life from a different perspective, and maybe they don't understand you, but you understand you, right? Yeah, 6 of Cups energy. Okay, for some of you, this is 6 of Cups energy. This is talking about your health, okay, your wellness. Maybe you guys are changing up your daily routines, okay, maybe the things that you do on your day-to-day. This is about being organized, servicing other people, okay? So there is something about Jupiter energy when it comes to, you know, maybe what you're trying to expand, or when it comes to like your abundance, right? You guys are able to embrace happiness and nostalgia. So even if it comes down to remembering and healing the past, okay, releasing comfort, okay, even with Scorpio energy, because again, I said Scorpio energy talks about releasing with the number 8. 8th house talks about death and transformations. So when you look at Scorpio, especially depending on the placements that it's in, your 6th house in Scorpio talks about health, like I said, health, wellness, daily routines. There's something that you're ending when it comes to comfort. There's something about maybe other people in your energy could be having reminiscence or nostalgia about your energy, because maybe they miss your energy, maybe they miss the way that you used to care for them, maybe love them. Even just knowing people based off of energy, like they don't have to say anything to you because you're someone who's very observant. Maybe you pick up on certain things and certain cues, and you're able to, you know, basically give people what they desire. But when it comes to you, it's almost like, where's that, right? And you've learned to give that to yourself and not expect other people to give it to you, right? So even with the 6 of Cups, there's something about this energy where you know, some of you guys could have feelings of, you know, your gifts, right? Like you have certain gifts when it comes to giving, right? Having pleasure when it comes to giving as well. Like there's something about you being able to give to other people because you're able to fill up your own cup. And even when it comes to the energy of your younger self looking at your older self, that's also significant too. Okay, so the Fool, okay, starting over. This is about new opportunities, taking a risk, okay, when it comes to the energy. Now, when it comes to you being open to new opportunities, you had to walk away from what was trying to hold you back and choose your own battles wisely, right? When it comes to dealing with other people, even when it comes to you stepping out and doing your own thing and stepping into your own new adventures, you could also have people judging and talking, right? Which is none of their business, right? Gossip is gossip, whether it's good or bad. But because you see this energy, okay, for example, with the Five of Swords, you notice these two people, and this is this one person. It's like these two people had their swords, and it's almost like they tried to come after your energy, whatever that they were trying to do, whether this was physically or, you know, energetically. But you decided that you're no longer in this environment where you're going to allow people to feel like it's okay to limit your beliefs when you have the freedom to expand. Okay, it's like, why would I want someone to limit me because they limit themselves? So you're the one that's going to start fresh, right? Start brand new. This is moving forward. Okay, maybe there is an innocence about you, but you know, that's okay. There's something about having like that childlike energy when it comes to learning new things and being able to move forward into those new things. It's almost like meeting people who feel like because they're a certain age, they have to act that way. It's like, I'm an adult now, I can't do this anymore. And it's like, but who said that? Who said that once you hit a certain age that you had to be a specific way? You know, there's a saying back home that we say, once a man, twice a child. So who are you to say to somebody what they're allowed or not allowed to do? Some people did not get to enjoy their childhood, and being an adult and working and being able to save money and doing certain things allows these people to do what they want to do, okay? Obviously, you're not hurting anybody, you're not harming anyone, but it's always people that are very judgmental, always watching what you do, but they never realize what you lacked, you know, when you never had it. And now that you're able to do it, it's almost like, how dare you do that? You're allowed to, you know, you're allowed to. With the Knight of Pentacles, there's something about you being focused and determined at this time when it comes to the number 12. 12th house is significant when it comes to spirituality. Now, when it comes to your spirituality, you guys are dealing with certain things when it comes to subconscious thoughts, right? Whatever these subconscious thoughts that you guys had, you guys are healing this, okay? Even when it comes to your energy of clarity, there's something about you receiving clarity about a situation, okay? 3 of Pentacles too, when it comes to the number 4. 4 talks about, you know, again, this could be parents, family, okay? This could be, like I said, inheritance. This could be friends, whatever this energy is, mother energy, children, okay? But even emotions too. It's almost like, you know, you're opening up yourself to new opportunities, but you could have dealt with people in the past where you were feeling disconnected with people, and now it almost feels like you guys are moving forward into your own community when it comes to Mars in Capricorn. Now, Moon in Cancer talks about the hidden things, right? Moon in Cancer is basically in its home, okay, in the 4th house. So when it comes to family and hidden things, you being able to see the shadows when it comes to either your family, friends, or just people around you, it's almost like because people are not showing it in your face, right? It's almost like people think that you cannot see what it is that they do in the shadows, and that's very significant as well. And this could also talk about, like I said, this could be groups. Some of you guys, when it comes to taking action, you guys are being very diligent, okay, and being very strategic about how you show up when it comes to pooling energy and who you allow in your energy. Okay, we have Ace of Cups energy. I'm going to see if I can get one more card and then end it here. But yeah, this is about emotional awakening, spirituality. You guys have something to do when it comes to like your creativity. It says you guys are opening up your heart, okay, when it comes to this energy, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? And yeah, peace. right? There's something about you resting, finding peace, okay? Jupiter in Libra, there's something about finding balance, but also receiving justice, okay? Receiving justice while you guys were in rest and recovery. There could have been things happening, you know, in the background, and you guys were ignoring that. You guys were focusing on yourself, focusing on your well-being, okay? Being able to stand up for yourself as well, but at the same time, maybe you may be coming off as this energy. People might think you're being defensive and you're not. You guys are actually just trying to go within and take care of yourself, and mentally it's almost like people want an announcement about what it is that you do in your life. And no offense, you don't need to tell everybody every single thing that you do, right? It's one thing if you have a business and you want to share things with people. I get that, right? I understand that. You know, those are your people. Those are the people that you have around you to support you, and you support them. But when it comes to family, especially friends or people that have done you wrong in the past, and you know that they've done you wrong in the past, it's not to say that you guys are playing the victim, because you're not. You could be the victim of the situation, but you don't play victim. But there's something about you showing up in this energy where you are protecting your territory, and that's offensive to some people, but you don't care. When it's time to be mentally agile and communicate certain things with the, you know, the 11th house, this is about you being socially aware when it comes to the energies that are around you, okay? Being very protective about your gifts, and you being recognized for your gifts when it comes to your hopes and your wishes. Even 11, when it comes to your intuition, is significant. It's like, you know. So while you're going within and trying to focus on yourself, you know, okay, you're aware, okay? Tower energy, okay, you embrace change no matter what that change is, whether it's good or bad. You embrace that. You're hardworking, you have skills, qualities about you, right? And the sun, okay? So take what resonates with that, guys. I'm going to end it here. But again, thank you guys for the love and the support. And follow me on YouTube and TikTok. And my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can book a reading, or you guys can check out my blog. All right, guys. I want to say thank you guys for the support, for those who like, comment, share the video for somebody that may, you know, resonate with the messages. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys as always, every single day. Okay, doesn't matter, you know, what video is posted. I thank you guys as always, and I'm very grateful, and I always show gratitude. So thank you guys, and happy Friday. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys. Bye.